What's good? It's Casper. Today's video, I'm going to be talking about the 7th episode of The Studio. The 7th episode of The Studio is called Casting. It's 24 minutes, directed by Evan Goldberg and Seth Rogen. Very crazy to see that we're actually almost done with the season. Another episode where Matt Remick is going through way more stuff, but this episode he's bringing the whole team. This TV show, like I'm always gonna say, is doing a great job with their cameo selection, and this one right here threw me off guard, but I'm not surprised, to be honest, because Seth Rogen, from what I know, is a hip-hop fan. So we got Ice Cube in this episode. Seeing Ice Cube in this episode, I thought this one, he was literally himself, especially at the end, saying all those cuss words and screaming to the crowd. That was literally hilarious. This was not an awkward cameo from him. Honestly, this one right here just added a lot more funniness to the scramble that we're seeing this team get involved with. But very cool that they chose Ice Cube in this one. That was awesome. This episode right here was just funny because this whole team is literally trying to have the right casting for this Kool-Aid movie that they're working on. Before getting into that, I do want to say that Katherine Hahn, who plays Maya in this episode starts off very wild, especially with her being hella drunk, but totally forgot that she was in Step Brothers, and that vibe from Step Brothers was in this episode. But honestly, I keep forgetting to mention, if I have not mentioned it, she has that craziness from that Step Brothers vibe in this TV show. So I don't know if she's a natural and just putting out that wildness, but this episode, like I said, you got the whole team involved in this episode, and this episode they're finding the right casting for the Kool-Aid movie. Problems are arising like crazy, but it's like a mental game. They're thinking like this casting for this movie is racist, and then they're trying to do a whole bunch of other things to make it look like they're not racist. That's just very hilarious that this episode is just focusing on that direction, especially race in general. But once again, the lines in here are just very comedy. A lot of these actors are just very loud and could put out this emphasis, especially if you were reading the script. You could see a lot of exclamation marks. Like, these characters are doing a great job on putting out this vibe, and it was very funny just to see the scramble, to be honest. A lot of the random actors that they're trying to put in this casting, I thought it was just very funny. So I can only imagine how, the viewers, even actors watching this TV show, how they're reacting to probably seeing their name brought up. They do a good job once again with the camera direction on just involving everybody. Seth Rogen, very funny how his character always has to go through the most randomness, of course I have to deal with this moment, and more realistic vibes added to this episode, especially the Comic-Con vibe. Appreciated that. That was pretty cool to see, since it's the 7th episode, that it's not becoming a drag, or the ideas are one of those things like, bro, really, you guys came up with that? This one was absolutely one of those awesome choices that I could only imagine in the brainstorming room to present this idea. Like, this one was very hilarious. 7th episode, another good one. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this one. I know some of the lines in here for some audience might be like, whoa, they're taking it to the extreme, but to me, this is the vibe that exactly we want to see from Seth Rogen. Seth Rogen in here is definitely putting a side of his personality in this episode, especially with the hip-hop stuff. So I enjoyed that. Ice Cube was pretty hilarious in this one. This episode only 24 minutes, so this one's gonna be another one that flies by. Well, after my watching the 7th episode of the Studio Casting, I'm gonna have to give this episode a 9 out of 10. So that's my review for the 7th episode of the Studio Casting. Shout out to you guys for tuning into the video. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace, y'all.